We now know conclusively that the NHS is very much on the table in a future US-UK trade deal. In fact, it would be really difficult to exclude the NHS from trade deals because it's already starting to be privatized. If the UK continues down the path Boris Johnson wants to take you on, you could end up like the US with its private, insurance-based system. As someone who's personally experienced this type of healthcare system, I believe that this is a huge mistake. The United States has one of the most expensive healthcare systems in the world, yet many health outcomes are significantly worse. Life expectancy, infant mortality, maternal mortality, and mental health, just to name a few. Millions of people cannot afford care, and therefore do not get treatment for preventable illnesses and disease. Many of them die as a result. Millions of people who do receive care go bankrupt from their medical bills. Thousands of people cross international borders just to buy affordable medication in Canada and Mexico. My grandparents moved from the UK to the US to be with family as they aged. For 2 years after they moved, they had to buy private insurance before they could get on the public system, Medicare. Because of their age and health, it cost them thousands of dollars a month just in premiums, which is solely the right to have insurance. It wiped out nearly their entire savings. My grandmother acknowledges to this day that they took the NHS for granted. My partner has had 2 children in the US. Even with no complications and good insurance, we received a bill each time for around $25,000, of which we had to pay about $4,000 to $5,000 out of pocket. The annual and ever-rising cost of healthcare is a massive financial burden that always hangs over my head and the heads of all US families. I have had countless friends who have experienced severe injuries and illnesses and have refused to call the ambulance or go to the hospital out of fear that the cost will cripple them. This is the reality of a privatized healthcare system, and the reason that many of us in the US are super envious of your amazing NHS. It is something that should be treasured and supported because you don't know what you're missing until it's gone.